The presentation will start in 3 minutes, and if you guys want to grab a water in the back,
都得做前两吧。
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone to join us in the Heco demo day today. My name is Cherry and I'm from the mobility team. So Heco demo day is a Heco organized pledge finance and open crypto sponsored hackathon demo day, demonstrating the capability of blockchain projects operating on chain. There are some exciting projects we'll be hearing from today. and some judges which I will introduce shortly. But most importantly, thanks to Huobi, we have prepared 1 million USDT grant to the winner of the Builders Project. So let me start off by introducing Heco Chain. Heco Chain is an efficient and energy-saving public chain which supports high-performance transactions and the capability of smart contracts. Heco is compatible with EVM, Ethereum Virtual Machine, and adopt HPOS, consensus mechanism. Heco has recorded approximately 15.4 million total addresses with 507 million transactions made on the platform. At present, hundreds of blockchain projects, including DEX, Oracle, synthetic assets, GameFi, NFT, have been running in the Heco chain. Next, let me introduce you the partner of the event tonight. We have Portfolio Ventures, Cross Network, Foreverland, Covalent, and our Builder Network after-party sponsors, Flash, BCAIA Chapter, OP Crypto. And next, I'm going to introduce the judges of the demo day today. We have Kevin Ding from DHBC. Let's say hi to everyone.
Hi.
And we have Kelvin Du from OP Crypto. And we have Chuck Nguyen from BCAIA.
Actually, BCA is actually the Berkeley Alumni Association, but I'm actually with China Everbright as well, right? and China. Yeah.
And we have also Coinbase, who wouldn't be able to join today. And next, we also have online judges who will be with us today. So we have Portfolio Venture, YOLO, Chainlink Patrick, and we have Strong Joe from Quest, Darren from Foreverland, and Emil from Quest. And last but not least, let me introduce you Nate, and she'll be give a short welcome representing Heco.
Hello, everyone. I think I don't really do it, but yeah, I have my screen. Hello, everyone. So thank you guys for all coming here tonight. I'm Lei. I'm now running the Huobi listing team in the US, and also I'm the advisor of Huobi DeFi team. So yeah, thank you. Well, thank you. Very welcome all of you guys to be here actually. And so there's the main thing today is to actually show you the amazing project today from the Heco Hackathon, and also wanted to share all of you guys some like great news from Huobi and from Heco. So from the Heco public chain that we are having right now, we have like 23 million users addresses and also over 250 projects on chain. So the ecosystem is kind of bundled. So we can actually support all of the early stage or mature stage projects from the starting time towards the secondary market as well. And also we are actually like Huobi based. So it's pretty straightforward for the top projects to actually go towards listing. And like for me, I'm from listing team, and Terry is from listing team as well. So definitely, if you guys have any question about Huobi listing, we would love to answer them all. And also wanted to introduce two new members that recently joined Huobi DeFi team. So one of the newest members is Wesley. Do you want to say hi to everyone?
Hello, everybody.
So Wesley joined, and he will be actually the lead of Huobi DeFi team in the US here. And also we are having Simon. Do you want to say hi? Yeah, so Simon will be the one who's working with all the developers, actually the developers relationship management. And he's actually right now a master's student in Stanford, majoring in computer science. Yeah. So definitely catch up with all of our teams today. So yeah, I won't take more time, but like, yeah, let's just start today. Yeah, okay, great.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lei, for your welcome remark. So let's start the presentation today. So the first presentation today would be Sin City.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. We're mostly so the founder of the fund used to work at Woody, and then collaborate with Heco quite a bit. I'm just trying to get around just to interact
Let's just start the first project.
Hi everyone, some of you probably know me. My name is Roy, and I want to get on the stage. Probably get to my face better. But quickly intro myself. I've been in the crypto space for quite a while, and I'm glad to know a lot of business here. My previous job, I'm heading business marketing at Tron. Before that, I started my career in gaming in 2006. And this is the metaverse project that we're doing that. So just before anything, let's start the video, right? So anybody played Dota Legend? Or so this is you know, it's not a turn-based hack and slash game. As you can see, started with we have a lot of characters built for high fidelity with capability, of course. We don't mention this all in it, right? But basically, the game goes as you choose your characters as a crew of 4 people and be with others. You go to the game essentially. It's a real-time card battler, meaning that you don't have to do Axie Infinity style. Just to use a potato, wait for a turn. It's pretty boring, right? We call this new mechanism as a real-time card battler. Reason it's a real-time is you can see for the ability for each character of your crew, whenever it goes down to 0, you can drop and drag and drop his ability to your target so that you can buff them, debuff them, mix and match in terms of ability. Given this real time, it gives you a lot of real-time agency on how the game works, but also it looks very active, engaged, but also it's pretty laid back because it's just going to drag and drop. So I can see, as you can see here, this boss level coming up. All right, this is a quick demo of the game. The core game mechanics is already developed. Now let's go quickly into the deck. So I use this one.
Come to.
You just
Okay, I hope everyone can see the screen here. So, first things first. Free to play. It's you know, I was at the time I was pitching. I would get a lot of pitching decks over game projects. Oftentimes inherited from early days, Code Kitty, and people say, okay, I need to spend $1,000. Sounds familiar before you can play. This is anti-human, honestly. Everybody here play games, right? Any of you pay before you play your games up whole? I don't think anyone would do that. I don't think this should be the way for a computer game to get mass adoption. It's just anti-human. The way we see that, you know, if Call of Duty can be made free to play, I think crypto games can be doing the same thing. So that to do that, Yeah, go to the next slide, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, next slide, please. To do that, we created a game engine. It's called Wardrop, so that we can allow every player coming to the game to make their characters for free. So that we have similar to loot kind of model based on metadata. We can create these mix and match of the bits of their body parts and to make together a new character. Of course, free player gives everybody free access to earn, right? But these characters will be of a similar uniform, but also with a mediocre attributes. For real cool stuff, of course, will be reserved for treasury, reserved for Mr. Box and other characters as well. Next, please. Next, please. And everybody's talking about play to earn, but few people address the play to earn need to talk about revenue stream. It's important to understand how we can earn money. Of course, basic ones is to be grinder, be participating to different events, PB, PBT, to earn the tokens, right? But on top of that, we introduce the concept of capitalist, where you can make money or earn through building your business on top of that. But even further, you can participate in more governance of it. And the way we do our governance is very interesting. Next slide, please. We call that mafia as a DAO. And everybody involved here.
Sorry to interrupt you a little bit. I'm gonna turn off the light. Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And people can see my face.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have after party. You're gonna dance there later, right? Right.
All right. So mafia as a DAO. Everybody involved here about DAO. DAO is mediums, right? Everybody involved with DAO is just a yay or nay. Nobody can really care. But in the world of play to earn, what really matters is how can we get earning in line with all the DAO management. That's how we introduce mafia as DAO. The way it works, the governance token is called SING. You stay SING as SING power, right? Use the SING power we can dedicate to all the different kind of syndicated leaders. And there are a lot of syndicate leaders in the space. All the top 7 syndicate leaders with the most power can be elected on a high table. Familiar? And on a high table, that's where you governance the running events. All the SLP, using actually example, all the SLP will be distributed by the high table to the people. Let's say I allocate all the SLP to all the community, or I only allocate SLP to my high table syndicate members. So syndicate members on the high table will have a huge edge because I can earn more. They have more revenue stream than anybody else, right? So it's also fair for the syndicate leaders to charge a tax over these syndicate members, right? So it's like in Chinese, it's a mafia, it's a baohufei, right? It's fair for you to charge this tax for the syndicate members. And the syndicate members, syndicate leaders will charge the fees from members, and the platform will charge the tax from the syndicate leaders, all right? And part of the tax will go back to the community as UBI, and part of that will go to the team, all right? But also, we know building a syndicate, building a DAO is super hard. We're startup friendly, which is we only charge tax over the syndicate that's under a level 5 or something like that. Next slide, please. So you can upgrade your syndicate, because there are different levels. Syndicate gives you different perks to equip with different kind of turfs. The more higher end the turf you equip, the more high-end business you build, which gives you more liquid kind of cash flow, which helps the syndicate leader to charge up the tax, right? And turf, of course, that's NFT. The higher end it is, the rarer it is. And there are different types of business to build on top of turf. There's a different business here, but next slide, please. There's some more interesting business to build. Let's say you take your crew for a fight. They got injured. Normally, they need to sit out for a couple of rounds, or not days to recover. Or, no offense, just a good example, you can take them to a strip club. They can get healed right away. Of course, there's different quality of strip clubs from 1-star to 5-star. And the house would be selling strip club license for people, and the business owner they can acquire strip club license from us, and they run it to the rest of the people and pay them the cash flow for the service, and pay the tax to the syndicate leaders and so on. Of course, there are more than one business we can run. There'd be mercenary business, which is people will be familiar with the YGG, Rare Circles, these business, right? They now their characters for people. And then we're also working with YGG and Press in terms of branding opportunities for that. Of course, there's casino, there's banks, which offers the black market DeFi services, and one of my favorite, which is the church. So that say one of your character with an NFT dies, right? This metadata system is dead. They can bring the dead body to the church, consume much of a safe, and revive the character. But if you do not do that, once your character is dead, after 200 hours, they're dead for good. I.e., NFT will be burned. So that's how we're building like businesses around that, and also the protocol extended as a Roblox for any third-party developers to try and contribute. I think that's pretty much it. So any questions so far? It's easier to see my face.
That's
All right. Questions? Like anybody interested in joining a crypto mafia metaverse? Build your own game. No?
Can I be heard from online or no? Am I-
There's questions from online judge.
Okay.
Oh wait, can they hear me or no?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me. Oh, cool. Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, cool. Cool project here. Curious, is the code for this open source? I was peeking around the slides here for a link to GitHub or something.
So the DAO, of course, that's open source. All the contracts are open source.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Is there so this is the halfway point through I'm seeing like more slides here, right? You're gonna go through more, or is this the is mine just doubled? Am I confused?
This is there are more, but
there's more. Okay, cool.
And this,
Gotcha.
But this
Yeah.
is the real.
What's that?
Meat, so this is the real meat. So happy to take questions from there.
All right, cool. What's the repo for the code for the contracts?
With what?
What's the repo where the contracts are located?
Yeah, it's not public right now, but
it's not, okay.
We're still stealth, but
Got it.
we will go. We'll go out of the closet, so to speak. At 11:22. So by that, you will see more stuff around that.
Got it. Cool. Thanks.
Yep, sure.
Question from you guys? Question? Anyone?
Yeah, just curious. Just curious, like in terms of traction, any early indication in terms of interest of the community? How does that?
Who doesn't want to be a mafia? Who doesn't? Everybody play GTA, right? It's good to be bad. Do you want to be a good boy or bad?
It depends.
For me, a bad boy for life. Well, I mean, that joke aside, I think it's really fitting to the crypto. So we discussed earlier about the crypto metaverse like investment philosophy. One of the key thing is, personally, I do not invest into games. Game is a super risky business. I've been in the game for over 10 years. Game business is hit or miss, super risky, right? Even though the market is hot, you never know which game will take off. You just don't know. It's a magic. It's just a restaurant business. Even though every game has its life cycle. Anybody plays Angry Bird right now? No one, right? Is that the reason no one buys Scorpio stock? If nobody plays a game and every game has a life cycle, how do you expect the total price to sustain? Think about that. The most important thing is from day one, when you invest or build a product, think whether it's scalable and sustainable. That's my rule.
Question. Can you talk a little bit about the market? Who are your competitors, and what do you think your key differentiations are?
I don't have a competitor. There's no one doing mafia metaverse. That's the fact.
I have a question. Many countries have banned pyramid schemes for businesses, but you're implementing one here in a game. What do you think are the repercussions of doing that?
I'm not sure about pyramid scheme. That's not my specialty. What my focus is building a narrative and a metaverse for people trying to engage in a mafia or syndicate or a small circle based who believe in a strong consensus. So I think there's a lot of people building different business, but my project has nothing to do with the pyramid scheme.
This one? Okay, yeah.
Good to see you. Good to see you. And you talk about technical roadmap, for example, which blockchain you will use and whether you will want to change.
Yeah, totally. That's a very good question. So it's we'll be starting on all the EVM, this chain agnostic. So that we'll be launching with Heco. Because I think Heco is a super great platform with a sophisticated ecosystem with a lot of users, super fast, super versatile. So it's a great platform to use. Everybody should think about that. But on the other hand, I think that we're compatible with all the EVMs because to us, every chain means there's liquidity, their user base, the way to acquire their dedicated mafia to get on board. So we have to work with all the EVM compatible. Whenever Solana is EVM compatible, ready with Neon or not, we have to do work with it as well.
You plan to use Trump.
Why not?
One last question. Your description here mentions you're based on some really good names. When was the raise done?
I'm open for discussion. We're always welcome new investor conversations. Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Guys.
Next project, we'll have Loopchat.
Oh.
Hey, hi everyone. To be more specific, all the billionaires and millionaires in the room, or if not, billionaires to be and millionaires to be, right? I'm Jason. I entered the space quite early on. Was back in 2015. So back then, Ethereum was doing its ICO, and I met Vitalik multiple times. We had very happy discussions in Singapore, and it was also the early days for Ripple when they were doing their ICO. They actually participated in their ICOs. So naturally, you would expect me to be also be a crypto millionaire or billionaire right now, right? But I'm not. Okay, I have miraculously escaped and avoided all the opportunities that cryptocurrency has presented itself to me to become a billionaire or millionaire. What did I do? I went to school. I came to the United States from Singapore and I went to study. Like I studied really hard. Like there's an old Chinese saying, right? And that's studying changes your life, right? Right? It did, right? You know what? It did. So there was an interesting part about my personal experience. But I did, sell cryptocurrency exchange back then when I was in 2017 to a Taiwanese person, and the exchange I think is still running, and I did a few other participated side projects. But I was nowhere near many of you guys here today. So looking back, right, I think being able to see. I understood a lot. I toured all the banks in Asia. I was giving all the banks, CEOs and the CFOs and the people in the higher up management these trainings. I was very delighted because I was paid $1,000 per day. But that's it. Even with that much knowledge, I still realize that there's so much things that I don't know. I should not stay in what I thought I know, right? And that's the mentality for a lot of people. And that's where education is very important. A lot of projects here today, what are you doing today? You're educating the market. You're educating everyone about the cryptocurrency space. You're educating how fabulous your project is, your vision. That's what we're doing, education, okay? So even though I didn't make a lot of money, I did do something. Here's what I did. Loopchat. What's Loopchat? Loopchat is can you go to the next slide? Yeah. Loopchat's mission is to accelerate the mainstream adoption of cryptocurrency through education. And they just talked about how important education is. In fact, everyone, like you are here to learn, and many of you are here to teach about their vision and where they're going, right? And the next slide, what has Loopchat done? So we started in early 2020. It was a non-crypto project altogether, like non-crypto project. And then we focused on college social exclusively. We had very rapid growth. We were ranked 85th on the US App Store, and we have over 100 plus ambassadors at different schools. So to this date, we have achieved 200,000 students, and they are verified US college students. also Canadian students too, but they are verified. Okay, that's very important. And we're projected to hit about 2 million users by next April. So this idea that suddenly came to me because I really want to come back to cryptocurrency space. Why don't I combine what I have right now and the fast growing community with cryptocurrency education? So what is Loopchat? Let me just tell you how that's going to work. We're going to collaborate with all the projects over here, and we're going to help you advertise your project. So if you're interested in advertising your project to the students, come and talk to me, right? We are going to be the platform to help you advertise, to do the airdrops, to reach out to all the verified US students. And they're going to be the biggest players in the market very, very soon. Everyone is going after them. Having the US user base in your hands is going to be, that's what it takes to win, right? You can tell the world, like everyone in the United States, all the students are using you. And just come and talk to us, and we'll help you make there. Okay, we're very specialized in US social. We're very knowledgeable about how to make students use the app and also to use your app and buy the tokens and use the tokens. And that's what we're good at. We've been doing this for 1.5 years. Okay, so Loopchat is going to be the international equivalent of WeChat in the sense that it has the chatting part, college part. We're going to stay with college because that's our term. We're going to nail at this. And then the second thing is we're going to add in a cryptocurrency wallets. Next. So looking at the project space right now, if we take a step back, right? Every month, there are over 750 projects coming out. Who is going to do the education, right? The conventional channels, like go-to-market channels, like Facebook, you can't even run ads, right? Because it's just going to do words of mouth, right? And then CoinMarketCap, they have a channel, but it's pretty much limited and has been overused, right? If you want to hit a new user base, who they be, right? US college students, right? And that's a very, very good user base. And it's a big, huge user base, right? Probably gonna get there through us. And that's the only way you're gonna get there. That's the only way you're gonna get there as of now. Okay, so come and talk to us. Next.
So what is that, if you don't mind me asking a question? What
is
that 750 number there, 750 crypto projects every month?
Yes, 750 crypto projects every month. If you just go to coin list and these other various coin related website, go and do a count. It's more than 750 actually.
Means.
Oh, it means that a lot of cryptocurrency projects coming to the market, launching, big launch every month. But the go-to-market channel is very limited. So we're not on that end, we're on this end. We're on the go-to-market channel end. Next slide. Okay. That's a very good question. So founders, so Jason, that's me, okay. And I kind of explain myself a little bit. That's David. David is ex-CEO AIG Methods and also in the process of acquiring a US bank for the purpose of facilitating cryptocurrency transactions in the future. So if you have related inquiries or needs, just come and talk to us too. Okay. So yeah, to all the projects out there, come and talk to us. To all the capital out there, come and talk to us. And I think we want to become the next generation of Coinbase for students, or Coinbase for like a student version of finance and anything. We have a lot of traffic. Okay, so that's what we intend to be. That's what we're going into. Thanks a lot for the opportunity, and thanks again for your attention, all the billionaires and billionaires to be. Thanks.
How do you contact you? Contact you later.
Oh yes. Also with me here today are a few other people from my colleagues that are fabulous. Okay, they're the best people I've ever worked with. So all of us have a Loopchat logo on here. So if you see any of them, just talk to them. And two of them are right there. Say hi. That's Lauren and Kaden. Okay.
Have you onboarded any crypto projects already on the platform?
No. Oh yeah. Yeah, but it's a perfect opportunity to invest because the valuation is not there yet.
Just checking you guys on the App Store. Are you guys a social media platform or like a WeChat?
We are a college social, so we only let people who have verified their college email in there.
Okay.
Yeah, not dating, just social, like class chats and no.
And how does that do with the education part?
How does the education? Okay, we're going to turn this into a social plus wallet, and the wallet part, which is a wallet for all the students, and they can buy and sell. We'll also take airdrops with the project partners that we can collaborate and find today. And we're going to do airdrops through the channel. And we'll make sure that your coin and your branding reaches the intended target.
Got it. So
Yeah.
basically, it's like WhatsApp for a group of people who's interested in crypto.
Yes, but we make sure that this is not being leveraged upon by scammers who don't have a EU verification as we're good at. And that's the most important thing to make sure that your airdrop is right. Yeah. Thanks for the question. Yeah.
Here I got several questions. Yes. Hello. Hello. Can you help me? Hi. Yeah. I want to ask that the specific DAU about your app, your Loopchat.
Yeah.
The DAU.
Oh, the DAU is about 15,000 to 20,000. MAU is about 120,000 ish.
Okay, 120K, right?
Yes.
Okay,
And
okay, great.
Yeah. So that's
Okay.
That's what we care about. But with this, it's going to be a lot higher because you get free tokens every day.
Okay, great. We are very interested in your project, and we at this stage we got a cooperation with the Coming Chat, which is a very similar app in the South Asia. So if you are interested, we can communicate at further to strengthen our cooperation, because the model you mentioned that the go-to-market campaign, the channel is what we push forward right now. Yeah, so we can cooperate. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'll reach out to you right after the meeting, and also want to extend my appreciation to Heco, which we'll be integrating with, because I think it's a fabulous chain as well. It's coming from China, and I know the founders, and it's working pretty well.
Singapore.
Okay, Singapore. Sorry, I misspoke. Ignore that part. China is not involved. Okay, so yeah, so I really thank you guys for inviting us here today, and I
I
really
think there's
appreciate.
one more question.
Oh,
right
okay,
there.
sorry.
So it's a college chat app, right?
Yes.
So what if the students graduate? Like, will you like remove them from the database?
Yeah, that's a business
You will
question,
lose
right?
some users.
Yes. That's a conscious decision that we're making right now. We'll lose some of the users, we'll keep them out.
So you are like thinking about if you're gonna remove them after they graduate or keep them,
Yeah, we're gonna keep them out.
or gonna keep them for permanent?
Right now, because the college market is big enough, we are not really thinking ahead. But if there are project managers and capital that could think ahead for us, welcome to have the conversation with us.
Typically, what happens to the email address? Like, once a person graduates, do they get to keep it for a year? I mean, what's the?
Oh, a student graduated, just can't access that.
As soon as they graduated. you should-
Yeah, because we know how long they've been on here. So I know it's pro, but you know, they get free coins, why not?
So tell us, like, how do you onboard the current students, at the different schools? And by the way, you have like out of you say 100 schools, right, that you have.
In the United States. and
What are
Canada.
the top 3 schools you're in right now?
Mainly UC schools, because we really started from UC Berkeley. So all the UC schools are major users. If you know any freshmen at any university, just ask them about Loopchat, they'll know.
But so my question is, how do you
Go-to-market strategy,
Right,
right?
I mean, how do you do the onboarding? I mean, basically, like you have like you mentioned about 100-some thousand students, monthly active. So what kind of things are you currently doing, with these students? And
Right
how do
now,
you actually engage them?
Yeah, right now it's just chat, so it's really boring. Right, so we want to bring in the cryptocurrency fees so that they can trade, they can also make money. It's a collaborative economy. So right now, I agree with you, it's not really.
It's just chatting.
It's
So
just
basically, it's just chatting about cryptos and whatnot.
Not really crypto, like about your homework and whatever is going on campus and dorms, the crazy things that's going on.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's not crypto related. Yeah.
But and then I guess it's the team itself. Can you tell me a little bit more about your other co-founder, which you said, what's he doing kind of in terms of
He's so my other co-founder, his name is David Jan. You guys know AIG, right? American Insurance Group, which is the largest rate insurance group in the United States for all the banks. So he's bringing all the resources, all the funding, and providing some mentorship.
Can I get one more question or time's up? Or we can chat later. That's
Okay,
fine.
yeah, we can chat later. Yeah, we're always here, so feel free to contact us. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being. Next project, we'll have Plato Farm.
I think we'll control that live for you. No, it can't. It can't. It's either on or off. Simon, can you actually turn on the lights over there? Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Right. There we go. You just intro first, and we will turn it off for you. It's like controlled by AI.
Don't need the mic. No.
That's the mic. Yeah. Oh. No, you use that. Use that.
You think I need it?
Yes. Yes, you have to use the mic. Yeah, right. Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone. I'm Daniel. I'm currently studying at Berkeley, and I am doing business development and fundraising for Plato Farm, which is aiming to be a GameFi digital farm. Okay, so the metaverse, the term we all are very familiar with today. What does the metaverse actually mean? If you break that apart, it comes down to essentially meta. Meta means to transcend. Okay? Combine that with universe, means to transcend this physical universe and how we understand it into the digital universe. So metaverse is more than just a digital universe. I think it's a fundamental shift in the way that we interact with each other socially. And that's looking at why Facebook rebranded as a metaverse company. Facebook's obviously the Web 2 social interaction company of our time. They understand Web 2 social dynamics. For them to take this big stance and say, we understand how the new social dynamics are going to be at play. We've seen other big bets in the metaverse from Epic Games. We've seen it from NVIDIA, both investing significantly. We've seen a metaverse stock, Roblox, listed this year for $45 billion. And I mean, in terms of like an example of how these social interactions changing, you can look at like American singer Travis Scott, who performed on Fortnite and 12 million players tuned in to watch. Obviously, the big GameFi company that's first like revolutionized how NFTs work in the gaming space is Axie Infinity. We've seen their meteoric rise in almost every metric. 1 million daily active users. Their pet market's worth about a million ETH, that's about $4 billion. Single day trading of $40 million US, and a market value of about $45 billion, ranking it as the 20th biggest global cryptocurrency market. Okay, so who are we? We are Plato Farm. Now, what Plato Farm is, and I'm going to explain this in the real world, is users get a farm, users get productive assets to use on the farm. Users purchase the farm, users purchase their productive assets, users purchase livestock, and then essentially combine their productive assets to bear fruits or bear crops from their farm. They receive the produce and grow their livestock, and they go and sell this and trade it for two types of tokens called either mark tokens or the more valuable Plato tokens. Now, where the value of these come in is to then invest it back into your farm and to produce more crops. Once the value of your farm is worth a lot, what the phenomenon is here is the value around your farm increases because other traders in the game want to come and play with you. And essentially, the point of it is to build a bustling city. Now, each portion of land in the city is its own NFT, tradable at its own entity. All of the Plato and Mark tokens, as well as the NFTs, are tradable with ERC protocols as well as HRC protocols so obviously secondary extractors.
What is the difference? What is HRC 721?
HRC is the Heco protocol.
Oh, okay.
And that's actually a big differentiator between us. I'll show you in a little bit, and some of our competitors in the space. So the team, Plato Farm, was founded in 2018 by Second Space Studio. The core members have worked on a variety of gaming products before, both on the development side and on the operational side. Some of these include Jurassic World Evolution, Frostpunk, and Farm Together. Plato Farm has achieved quite a big success already, and we're only in beta phase. We've achieved 600,000 registered users and 50,000 daily active users. Where do we see this going? What is the vision? So the way to think about it is, I think that there are some fundamental macro trends at play here. Firstly, it's the rapid increase in gaming. Secondly, it's looking at NFTs and digital ownership. Thirdly, the advances in AR, VR technology. And lastly is the decentralization of everything. These four trends are essentially playing into what Plato Farm wants to be. We want to take advantage of the super growth. And we look to develop a game loop that hooks players in and pays them to play and becomes an all-encompassing community.
So the 50,000 players, DAUs, is the platform generating revenue as well?
No, not yet. And so something else just to note is essentially we are Farmville. And I mean, I'm no venture capital gaming expert, but from what I understand, just as the same way DeFi, you look at traditional finance and see how that can be applied in the DeFi space. The same happens with GameFi. It's like what games have worked in the normal gaming space, and then enhance that with GameFi and NFTs. And that's what we're actually seeing a lot in the market. Combine that with the fact that it's a very simple game. It's nothing overly complex. Where are we now? The official launch of Plato was about 2 months ago as a metaverse identity. We performed an auction of 40,000 NFT mystery boxes. So we're currently in the beta phase with V1 by the end of the month. V2 by May next year, with V3 and the final product by 2023, early 2023. So that will be a year from today, just over a year from today. All right, gameplay. So we will have a native wallet sitting within our gameplay system where you can store your Plato tokens, you can store your Mark tokens and your NFT. This can be traded within the game to make it super accessible, as well as the fact that these can be traded on the secondary markets. Some of the rare NFTs you can collect is like, so once you start advancing in the game, you can start collecting more and more rare NFTs, such as like special crops, special tools, fruit trees that bear more assets for you. We have a trading system whereby other players will trade assets either for their assets. Say I'm in need of some apples, I can go get some apples, or you can just trade it for the tokens native in the game. To look through the gaming loop, essentially how this works. Sorry. Oh. Let's go quickly.
Yeah, just from a really.
Okay. You can mine. Friends can join together. You can also join alliances with other farms. These are some of the NFTs. Currently, yeah, so we launched the 40,000 mystery assets. We've got 600,000 registered users and 50,000 daily active users. These are some of our good partnerships. Thank you for Heco or Kobe for sponsoring us and partnering with us. We've been featured on BitKeeps weekly. Yeah, and I think there's no denying that gaming is a massive industry. We expect it to overtake the television industry in the next few years. And that's combined with blockchain gaming. We saw MIRV4 an increase or a return of 200% in 24 hours. Roblox, I mean, A16Z saw a 10x return on Roblox and Metaverse game within 1 year. And I think lastly, this is the last slide, but Rajesh, in terms of what you were asking. So here we see Axie Infinity with about 1 million daily active users, and they're earning about 400,000 daily, valuation at 45 billion. Whereas Sandbox, one of our like newer competitors, has about 30,000 daily active users, 200K daily income. They're almost $1 billion. We're already at 50,000 in beta mode. So yeah, that's it. Thank you. Any questions? Reach out to me. There's our social stuff. Thank you.
One question only have time for one.
Now, quick question, the token for your system can they also be used for any other kind of game?
So currently, we are not envisioning that. They can just be traded in the open market for our game. But that is a good point to look at for them in the future. But I'm also sure with like YGG and some of these guilds, there may be uses for it.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. So next project will be a Neo Fantasy. And it will be an online presentation.
All right, do I share my screen now or?
Yeah, you can share the screen right now and we are connecting it.
Okay. G'day everyone. As you can tell from my accent, I'm really far down under. Can you all hear me?
Yeah, can you hold on 1 second? We are connecting it.
No worries, mate. All right.
Hello, everyone. Just keep the voice down in the back a little bit.
All right, so shall we kick off?
We're ready.
There's a bit of a lag on the screen. So
You just maximize it.
yeah, no worries. Okay, guys, so thank you for having me. Am I the only Australian here today? I don't think so. I heard a couple of Aussie accents just earlier. So hello to everyone. I'm David Galassi. I am the CMO of Neo Fantasy and of Next Type. So guys, it's a pleasure to be here. Again, I'm a marketing guy, so please, with your questions at the end, be aware you're speaking to a marketing person, so please do not shoot me. I will get back to everyone with all the answers to any technical questions right afterwards. That's not a problem. Let's just kick off with a quick video to what we're doing here today, and then I'll start the presentation. Just let me share my screen, guys. Just one moment. Okay. And then I'll start the presentation. Just let me share my screen, guys. One moment. Yeah. That being done, let us go ahead and start. Okay, so guys, thank you again for having us. Really appreciate it. I do wish I was up there with everyone, but let's just kick off. So Neo Fantasy is a blockchain game based off Next Type. So Next Type has developed several games, one being Mining Tycoon, which has over 280,000 active players. Twitter accounts blown up over 130,000. Our Telegram groups are ridiculously amazing. And yes, I'm a marketing guy, so I use words like ridiculous, amazing. I try to bluff everything I can. Now, guys, my background is from social media. I personally have about 15 million followers between Southeast Asia and China. I spent about 11 years in mainland China, and I lived in Singapore, Hong Kong, and different places all over the world. And so I'm really excited to be here with Heco and have this presentation. So just to kick off, so our prelude, right? So since 2021, GameFi has become the hottest track in the blockchain industry as the NFT boom continues to rise. But until now, you guys, the vast majority of GameFi products we have seen have stored in a relatively weak stage in terms of product power, art quality, gameplay type, and more developers have not put their focus on polishing their product power. But in fact, why can't there be a high quality blockchain game where people just watch the graphics and just melt into the game, like literally? And that also allows people to allow P2E. So building one such product became one of our driving forces. So at the same time, there are many games that are not developed with more in-depth gameplay and a native GameFi economic system at the beginning, resulting in games that may face bottlenecks after operating to a certain solution, right? So resulting in a rapid decline in operation data and their eventual demise. Now, guys, the intro of our game is like this. So Neo Fantasy is published by Nexttype. Nexttype is, I'll come to in a moment, an amazing platform that we built over time. And I'll come to that just after this. So with native GameFi mechanisms as NFT Hero Idle, adventure block game developed by G&D Studios. There are more than 100 rare heroes from 6 races of NFT waiting for players to collect and raise their own teams to challenge a large number of enemies and a variety of dungeons, and that can be stationed in the war team to occupy the mine and get mining revenue. There are PvP battle and other players to compete in a variety of types of competitions to get the winning rewards. In addition, there are super rare NFT artifacts to help players challenge strong levels and opponents. Now, we all know how the importance of NFTs in gaming, and we'll come to that in a bit. So our core gameplay is covered by these 5 icons: Idle Adventure, NFT Hero Collection, Mine Contention, Dungeon Challenge, and Players PK. So the position, the ultimate quality blockchain game with native GameFi system. So our main core strengths lie as such: top art quality. So our globally competitive art expression created by our top artists, right? Excellent gaming experience, captivating P2E system, which the GameFi economic system developed by natively makes players willing to play and earn better. Now, the core gameplay has idle play. Players can easily get started, occupy mines, and deploy warbands for mining to continuously gain revenue without consuming a lot of time, to instantly realize the game resource collection and easy P2E. Dungeon exploration, I mean, that sounds fun. Who doesn't want to be in a dungeon, right? Various types and difficulties of dungeons waiting for players to explore, defeat the boss to get a generous reward. NFT heroes. So a total of 6 clans designed a total of more than 100 legendary and epic heroes for players to collect and cultivate, flexible with heroes to form a battle team and fight for you. NFT artifacts. Collect legendary and NFT artifacts. Try your best to improve the attributes of the artifacts to get superior equipment, effects, and win easily. Again, and then PvP. So creating competition between players and rewarding the winner and punishing, I love the word, how we use punishing just so severely, punishing the loser, a proven method to increase play activity in many games. And in Neo Fantasy, such competition is in many, many places. So players can be attacked by other players at any time, losing the right to occupy the mines and lose revenue. So guys, this is absolutely amazing. I wish we can all jump in and play right now, but it's still in development. So it looks like a kind of backward beaten revenue decrease, pay to improve, revenue increase, right? This is clear gamified path that allows players to easily experience the fun of P2E. So our roadmap, let's talk about that. So phase 1, Q2, that was 2021, it was our product approval. Draw up art, draw up gameplay systems, draw up the economic system. We draw up, so write game planning documents. Then phase 2, Q3 in 2021. when we had our development begin. And that's when the server idle development started, our client-side development, and our financing began. Phase 3, Q1 2022, is when we will be doing the beta development, enter system tuning, player internal testing, website development. Phase 4, Q2 2022, is when we'll complete the commercial version. Marketing and promotion, media pre-launch, NFT pre-sale, community formation, game guild operation, official online cooperation and operations. So let's talk about the actual ecosystem, which consists of two parts. One is the ERT, one is the FTS. So Neo Fantasy will implement a double token economic system with a primary governance token, ERT. It's called the Eternal Rock token. How cool is that? And a secondary in-game utility token, Fantasy, FTS. So the actual ecosystem is of such. The governance tokens for ERT is when the community governance with the DAO, Hero Ascend, Artifact Ascend, so players will significantly increase the consumption demand for ERT in order to progress deeper game experiences to gain more benefits in the actual game itself. The utility tokens, or the FTS, is when you can Hero upgrade, Artifact upgrade, equipment upgrade. So players will get FTS revenue when they gain in the actual game. The actual ecosystem is here, where everything revolves around Neo Fantasy and the two tokenomics. And the holders will be rewarded with the governance and with the CEX and DEX. I can send this presentation to anyone who would like it right after this meeting. Now, the revenue is where our lovely investors are sitting and waiting. Where's the money? So the revenue is based on two core aspects. One is the NFT sales. So selling NFT to players is the main income of gaming operations, as it is in most games.
1 minute.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, just last 1 minute, and then we'll open.
Oh, okay. So NFT sales, in-game purchases are the two main sources of revenue, right? And the fundraising, the seed round will be raising at a 5 million evaluation. 8% will be giving out at a unit price of 0.02. And moving down, strategy private, as you can see here, guys, I can send this to everyone right after this meeting if anyone has any questions. A total ERT supply of 250 million. So the tokenomics, the token supply is here. So advisory team, liquidity, everything is here, guys. I would love to send this through to anyone who has any questions about it after this meeting. I'll be happy to email it. And just to give you guys a bit of a look at the art itself, it's pretty nifty. It's pretty cool. All right, and these are the NFT artifacts that we mentioned earlier. And guys, if you have any questions, I'll just quickly show you this again. That's pretty cool. I have to keep looking at that. Now, if you guys have any questions, please do email us at davidgalassi@nexttype.finance. Anything else you guys want to know, I'll be happy to answer. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dave. So next, we'll open for one question from the judge if anyone has a question. Okay.
Do you guys have any question?
If not, then we're gonna move on to the next project. It's going to be a cyberconnect.me.
Thank you, David.
Thanks, Dave.
Hi everyone, I'm Ryan. I'm here to share our story about CyberConnect. And before this, I was actually I was involved with crypto for a while, and I just met my colleague from Tron before, Roy. My last company was acquired by Tron. It was called D-Life. And now we are working on CyberConnect, which is a social graph protocol. And do you mind? So what do I mean by social graph protocol is when you go on Facebook, when you go on different applications, your friends stay on that platform specifically. Those people are your friends, but you have to re-add them whenever you go to a new platform. So that was the existing problems. Every platform is a silo. There's no compatibility or no composability between platforms. And there's just like no innovation for probably half a decade in the social app industry. Like no investors want to invest in any kind of a startup who's doing social app, except for Loopchat, I guess. And yeah, and for any exactly like new applications, it's going to be very hard for them to get the users to switch from the existing platforms. So nowadays it's just Facebook and probably LinkedIn or Twitter. We'll go to the next. So what we see is platforms don't own your friend circle. You own them. It's like you don't have to go through the banks to own a token nowadays, and you don't have to go to Facebook to own your friends. You don't have to like whenever you want to get on a new app, they should be able to know your friends list already or your follower list already. So that's what we want to build. We want to build a primitive for any applications to use their social graph. And yes, so yeah, we're building the protocol and the infrastructure for any applications to build upon. And we just started recently. We actually, if you guys want to follow us on Twitter, we just announced our C round fundraising today. It was led by Multicoin and Sky9. It was a 10 million raise. And if you want to go to the next page. Yes. So how is it helpful? First of all, it's blockchain agnostic. So you can any blockchain application can plug in to the same social graph. Like nowadays, I have multiple wallets across different apps across different blockchains. They will be all bundled into one identity and one social graph. And I mean, the protocol itself is governed decentralizedly. So we have our DAO to govern the future proposals. And the social graph itself is public accessible, and you really own them. No application can take it away from you or modify it on your behalf. And next. Sorry, I didn't plan, I didn't have the best slide here. Yeah, so our use cases, any blockchain games can think of it as a Steam. I'm not sure if you played games on Steam before. If you have a friend on Steam, any game on top of Steam can use that friend list. So you'll see, oh, my friends are already playing this game, or I can invite my friend to come play with me. And for content curation, it's similar to, oh, if you can see this ape, your friends have an ape, or they're buying up some rare NFTs. So that really makes the NFT marketplace better in terms of it's more personalized to your friend circle. Oh, okay. We have an architecture here for any geeks out there. If they're interested, you can go on our Bear. We have a blog there explaining everything we do, but we'll just go skip this, I guess. Yes, and that's pretty much it. Can you click on the link? We have a pretty cool landing page, and also the app. Anyone can come on cyberconnect.me. Actually, you can just go to the top. If you go to the launch app, we index about 250,000 users across Ethereum, and we're trying to index those users on Heco and other public blockchains as well. We have about 5 million connection there already. If you want to play it, try it out. And that's pretty much it. And we're hiring.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If any of you guys have questions.
How do you read the social graph private? And since you crowd open blockchain's data onto your platform, I think it's somehow like a violation privacy. Would that be?
I mean, all your transactions are on chain, and those are public already. So how we index it is through, let's say we buy, like I have a punk, and I know these people have punks, so we naturally are falling into the same community, or like we worked in the same DAO before. That could translate to the connection between me and the DAO. So you should think of it as a LinkedIn. Like I used to work at Google before. I used to work at this DAO before. So those kind of connections are all on chain publicly already. So we're not really violating it, I would say.
I have a question. Can you comment on like BitCloud, right? It didn't seem to have gone well. I mean, like, what is the thesis around, is this the right time for a social network to come up?
Yeah, very interesting. I think BitCloud is a very interesting project. They have their like huge ambition. They want to build the whole thing from ground up themselves. We have a different approach actually. So we only focus on the social graph itself. So we don't build apps, like we don't build Instagram, we don't build Facebook. Like there's no content on top of it. We're just like, these are your friends. We want to make it as easy as only a token. And any app can build upon this, like DeFi is built upon ERC20 standard, right? So that's how our approach. I think DeSo are really good in their way. They embrace like a ton of money.
Awesome, thank you very much. So next presentation will be XDAO. It will be an online presentation.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, hello. Hello, California.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Oh, great. Let me share my screen, please. Well. Great. So let's start. Hi again. Hello, dear experts. Hello, judges. Hello, Heco. We were really glad to be with you tonight. My name is Zurab, Vladislav, and I were co-founders of a young but very ambitious project, XDAO, a next-gen DAO builder. So we have been interested in the topic of decentralized autonomous organizations for about 4 years, as we understood that the future of cryptocurrencies is their collective management. However, we couldn't find any functional and understandable DAO builder on the market, so we just decided to create it ourselves and assembled a team of developers. The first version of XDAO was created in just 3 months and launched in April of this year. We did this in order to understand better what really our users need and to collect as much feedback as possible. And our goal was very simple: to make the best DAO framework and DAO ecosystem on the market. So we tried very hard. And finally, only yesterday, we launched XDAO V2 public beta testing. We have been speeding up a lot to show you specifically what we have done. And now let me pass the word to Vladislav, our CEO. Vlad, could you please make a brief introduction of XDAO V2 to our colleagues?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to Heco and Hobby for this opportunity to speak today and make a brief presentation of our project. XDAO is a multi-chain DAO builder.
Vlad, could you please share your screen?
Oh, okay, 1 second. Okay, yeah. XDAO is a multi-chain DAO builder with a user-friendly and intuitive interface, as well as the most technical advanced functionality on the market. XDAO allows any user to create their own blockchain company without having to understand the code of smart contracts. We have done everything for you, have it passed 2 security audits. Both times, agencies rated XDAO smart contracts as the most secure, without finding a single vulnerability. The XDAO team is a winner of Binance Smart Chain Hackathon. Moreover, the last summer we received a development grant from Polygon. Let me demonstrate how it works. Yesterday we launched XDAO beta testing on 4 blockchain: Ethereum, Heco chain, Binance Smart Chain, and Polygon. Now, now I'll show you how to quickly create a DAO on the Heco network. You just fill in a small questionnaire, and in a few seconds you have your own DAO. Okay, and I write the name of the company, Heco test, DAO symbol. Okay, enter my address and enter my partner's address. Okay, set up a quorum. By the way, our smart contracts for creating DAOs are the cheapest gas fee.
Vlad, sorry for interrupting, but you choose Polygon right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah, because we're developing really multi-chain product.
Yeah. Okay. Our smart contracts for creating DAO as the cheapest gas fee on the market. Yeah. Okay. We are waiting for the transaction to complete.
Yes, so we can do everything online. Right now, we are uploading the smart contract of our DAO to
DAO created
blockchain.
On the DAO page, you can see all the information about the organization. After creation, you can configure in detail the rules of the organization. For example, you can create votes, and add new participants. We will be adding even more analytical tools to track the portfolio DAO. XDAO platform is a powerful financial instrument that covers a large number of user cases. Who are they? Typical customers of XDAO. It's venture capital funds, hedge funds, startups, NFT token holders, NFT startups, gaming guilds. This list can be continued almost indefinitely. Okay. Information about the activities of all my DAOs in which you a member will be collected on a single dashboard on the homepage. Okay. Let's go next. Each DAO will be able to put up for sale its LP token. All offers will be collected in one place. Thus, DAOs will be able to attract investment and demonstrate profit to their depositors. Okay, now I will name 3 killer features of XDAO that make our product the absolute leader on the DAO builder market. Firstly, it's an off-chain voting system that allows you to significantly save on gas fees, which is relevant on expensive blockchain. Okay. It's free.
Absolutely gasless system.
Yeah, we need pay only for activation transaction. Okay.
Yeah, so we just wait when our action will be written to blockchain.
Yeah.
And
okay.
we pay only for the final action. So the creation of voting and the vote itself are absolutely free.
Yeah. Secondly, killer feature, it's a modular architecture that allows you to infinitely expand the functionality of the organization through the installation of additional plugins. For example, you can create a Telegram bot to receive all notification and quick vote through the messenger. It's enough to press one button and a MetaMask with a signature will open. You can even vote from your smartphone. We will focus on creating different models for the DAOs. It will be our way of monetizing the product. Okay, it's finally it's an opportunity to interact with absolutely any DeFi, GameFi, and any smart contracts in the blockchain on behalf of DAO. This is not require installing additional software or providing a private key. Okay.
Yeah, could you show us, please, Vlad, how you connect? to Land Hub.
Okay, Wallet Connect, copy and paste the URL. Okay. Then I choose the organization I need and connect it. Yeah, this address, DAO address. Already, we have connected to smart contracts on behalf of the organization. This is pure magic.
So yes, you just enter the amount.
Ready.
You initiate voting, and
Yeah,
here you can see all the data.
Yeah.
You can create vote from this page.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then all the governance token holders vote, and after that you will be able to activate your swap.
Yeah. Free. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, on behalf of DAO. No one DAO builder has this opportunity currently.
Yeah. DAO members see the proposal and vote, after which the transaction can be activated. Thanks, guys. At this moment, I would like to give word to Zurab, my partner and XDAO co-founder.
Thank you, Vlad. All of the above makes XDAO an absolutely unique product on the market. We're sure that good DAO builders should be one of the fundamental core products in the ecosystem of any growing blockchain, as well as DEXs and lending protocols. Hence, we will implement support for new chains. In addition, a few more words about our plans in the first quarter of next year.
Yeah, so we actually ran out of time.
Time is up.
Yeah, so just a few words. We're preparing for the token launch and are ready to negotiate with venture capital funds at the moment. So you are welcome.
He's wrapping up. He's wrapping up. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great demo. Great. Is there time for questions, or do we got to kick them off? Can we ask questions?
One question.
All right, cool. Hey, love the demo. That was awesome. Yeah, I was actually going to ask you guys about, Aragon, DAO Stack. You guys have a slide about kind of the differences. Absolutely great. My main question is for the gasless voting. That's obviously a tricky problem. What is the Oracle network that you're using to do gasless voting?
So we work with our gasless voting on our backend server. So it's absolutely secure because it uses your personal signatures, and then they just deploy all the information to blockchain. So we have passed 2 security audits, and they assessed us as the absolutely secure product. So they didn't find any vulnerability.
Mm-hmm. So the only thing as a decentralized protocol I'm worried about is you obfuscating signatures, right? Like if there's 200 people who vote yes, 100 people vote no, and you guys just don't send the 200 yeses. That's the only thing. This is really cool. Yeah. Absolutely love it. I'd love to chat with you, your team afterwards, if possible. So I'll be pinging you somewhere.
Thank you. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
So thank you so much. So next project we have is
thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Metaverse. So we are already in Metaverse. Do you agree with me? Have you seen the movie Ready Player One? Anybody play the game Decentraland? Yeah, one. Have you been to Bored Ape Casino? Okay, anybody owns an ape, by the way, Bored Ape? A few. Congratulations, you got a blue chip NFT. So where is my pitch, by the way? looking for it. Okay, okay. Before having my pitch here, one quick question to you guys. Okay, for you who have an ape or apes, where and how, using what, you bought the ape? You bought it on OpenSea, and using what? MetaMask, yeah, right. What kind of currencies? Ethereum. Great. So what about? Okay, so NFT is booming. I'm just giving an example. You can understand better about my presentations later on. So NFTs is such in booming. A lot of people are just trying to grab trying to get a wet list and grab the NFT when it first the issues within a few minutes, because you can get profit later on with a very cheap price. Okay, for example, if you want to buy an ape really quick with a good price, but you don't have enough Ether in your wallet, and you only got some like say like Wave, maybe some of you have never heard about it, but it's a cryptocurrency we partnered lately. What about you only have some Wave in Chainlink, probably that wallet, and you really want to catch the very critical moment with the very ideal price you want to buy the ape. What will you do?
Wait.
You wait the price go. You really want to buy at the very moment. You know, in this place, the prices really change dramatically. The few minutes matters a lot. So what do you do?
You gave up. No, we ate it. Audience, right?
Yeah, and then that's probably correct answer. You deposit in Huobi.
Mark! 100 times leverage.
Right? And then
Patrick.
You sell it to, you trade it to Ethereum, and then send the Ethereum to your MetaMask wallet, and then connect with OpenSea, and then buy the ape. Then you find the ape is gone. After like 10 minutes or 20 minutes, or probably an hour, right? Right, this is the problem we are trying to solve. One of the many problems we're trying to solve. So we are in the metaverse era already. Every NFT, every games you play is a metaverse item. And we also blockchain and the metaverse is the best combination. I will not go into details. We can talk about it later of the meeting. Okay.
Can we kick or mute whoever's doing that, please?
Our mission is to connect the metaverse ecosystem for a more accessible and efficient world. This is very easy for you to understand. Since 2017, Ethereum came to market as the first successful blockchain. There are so many other public chains came to the market, and they are very successful. A lot of them are very successful, and a lot of blockchain assets are building on the ecosystems. And the latest NFT booming also added the numbers of the tokens. Like every NFT is actually a token on the blockchain. So altogether, the number of tokens is also increasing dramatically. So next. So the demand of interoperation between different blockchains are increasing. However, most of the blockchain assets they are playing in their own ecosystems. Interoperation, interconnection is always a barrier. Actually, a lot of projects are trying to solve the problem. For example, O3, Sortran. But what happened to O3? They're still doing okay, but what happened like not long ago? They were hacked, and the number of cryptocurrency was stolen was the historical biggest number. And the Sortran being hacked like 3 or 4 times. The Cream is being hacked like every month or so. So they have questionable security issues. Introducing next, MetaPass, the infrastructure of metaverse. We are connecting different blockchain ecosystems in 2 stages. First stage, MetaPass is gonna build a cross-platform routing super aggregator connecting with the top spot on different blockchains and bridges and NFT marketplaces and the metaverse marketplaces. Actually, this part, the infrastructure has been done. I'm gonna give you a quick demo. The crown. Thank you. Yeah. Right. By the way, I know he's new to Wobi, but he should set up his Heco chain. I checked it just now. So I'm gonna connect with the so MetaPass is on there. Okay, good. So this is the prototype. This is the prototype, the infrastructure connect with this one. So, okay, it's okay, let's say it's on Easter. Okay. So yeah. So Heco's gonna be there later, I think. So let's say we want to buy an NFT with Ether is by default, it's okay, but let's change another. But on OpenSea, you have to use Ether to buy any other NFTs. Let's say we use something like Matic. That's Matic is also good. That's USDT. And with Pass, you are able to buy an NFT. With any cryptocurrencies. So there are only 1,000 apes circulating in the market with a price. Mostly they're not listed, they're followers, but it is $1 price. Let's try. Of course, I don't think this wallet got enough cryptocurrency, but here you can see. I'm not buying, don't worry. I don't think you have enough.
Do it.
So it rounds to OpenSea already. And because Ape is only listed on OpenSea, also some others, but someone that was scammed on another market, but we can easily connect with any other cryptocurrency marketplaces. I know Wobi is also building a next marketplace here as well. And so this is for NFT, but for other cryptocurrencies, like if we want to change USDC or whatever, and here will come out many other marketplaces. Okay, so let's leave it, and all the bridges gonna come out. Users are able to choose which one you will use. So this is pretty much already finished. And next slide, please. Next one. No, I'm not done yet. Thank you. But that's the first stage. And next stage is the big thing we want to build. And that's why we're looking for your support. This one. Here. So the stage 2, we're building a layer 2 solution, which is MetaPass smart contract routing protocol. We're going to build a routing table on the kind of metaverse cloud, and we're building pass tree itself. So this pass routing protocol can be equipped with any public tree, any cryptocurrencies, any blockchain asset. So they can be part of the pass routing table and find each other and match each other and easily finish the transactions. It is a super connection with all the blockchain ecosystems. Thank you. Thank you. Next. Next, please. So MetaPass blockchain as a smart routing protocol will interpret any tokenized asset with cryptocurrencies, NFTs, GameFi, and metaverse gears like a piece of land and a weapon, etc., forming a metaverse cloud which realizes blockchain data interconnectivity through a messaging protocol. Thank you. Next up, please. Should I go? Okay. So the key features, very easy to understand. The native token pass is designed as a meta to earn. Next, please. And where you saw the demo? Go on. Go on, please. Okay. This is how it works. I'm happy to bring our CTO to give you a detailed explanation if you're interested. Go on.
Sorry, the timer is off.
It's done.
Yes, because we are.
So for people who are interested in the tokenomics, we have the after hours for questions
and actually it's the last page. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Take one question.
Okay, we'll take one question from the judge, online judges. If we have any questions. Okay, if not, we're gonna go to the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we're gonna go to the next one. It's a spirit.
Standing either side. Perfect. Either way. Oh, great.
Slides first. Oh, so no videos? No. In a minute, not yet. Slides first.
I don't even think you have to do the video necessarily. There may not be time. But we'll see.
Hi, folks. I'm Greg, and I'm here to talk today about Spirit, which is a new form of consumer application for the blockchain, which will enable people to earn tokens and rewards for watching ad videos. And we believe that we're going to be one of the fastest growing services in history because of the power of our viral engine. So let's talk about the opportunity. Next slide.
Let's have a wireless mouse. Oh, even better.
Yeah, it's over there.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's over there.
Yeah. Sure. Voila.
Move the mouse. Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Everybody wants to earn money, and people have more spare time than ever. We didn't think of it as spare time in the old days, because without smartphones, you're kind of stuck, counting your fingers or even staring out the window. But now you have the time to do something useful. Today, people fill that time with Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and other things like that. That's brought about amusement for them. But I'm guessing that they'd prefer to earn rewards. This is actually a good thing because advertisers need more inventory.
Skip that. Yeah. Wow, it's really skipping around at random.
Click on that.
This is
Click. Yeah, just click. Yeah.
All right. So advertisers really need more inventory. There's so much demand for video advertising that it's difficult for them to find enough places to put it. And everybody wants to earn passive income. The ability to actually earn without taking direct action is an incredibly powerful thing. Earn while you sleep. And we're able to provide all of this. So what do? We're Spirit. We are what happens when TikTok meets the Brave browser. Users are able to watch videos and earn tokens along the way. These are short form ad videos like TikTok. Users will be able to react to them right away, swiping left or right, providing feedback on what's going to help advertisers in the future. Every time they watch an advertisement, they're going to earn Spirit tokens. And advertisers are going to be able to gain a channel. Chris, you want to speak a bit?
Yeah, hi folks, I'm Chris Ye. I'm the co-author of Blitzscaling, and I got a chance to know Greg and his team recently. And I'm really excited about this opportunity because one of the things that I think everyone in this room wants is for the use of DeFi, cryptocurrency, and other things like that to go as mainstream as possible. We're still in the very early stages, but obviously one of the ways to generate more value is to make sure that millions and ultimately billions of people are using cryptocurrencies and wallets. So one of the reasons we believe that this is so powerful for the community is by allowing people to get into the community without spending any money. We're lowering the barriers to entry and adding more people into the system.
So I'll just continue. So thank you, Chris. So it's built on the blockchain, and as rewards are earned, they'll be passed to the people watching the videos. And we also have a referral system so that the people that they refer, they can earn as well from their work as passive income. So let's watch a demo video. Could you do the video, Wesley? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, please.
So you can see somebody referring a friend or emailing or putting a phone number. And then a video was just watched and they earn tokens for that. And then we have a login system with the referral system in place. Recording. All right, that's good. All right. All right, so here you can see screenshots of the product. Next slide. And so how are we going to get our users? Well, we can get our advertisers initially from existing ad networks through an outbound sales process. And as they see ROI metrics, more will spread through word of mouth. And we can reach earners by email blasting and Facebook ads. And we've also got access to a seed user base through the Stanford Community Marketplace website that we run. And finally, once that's in place, it will spread virally through word of mouth and the rewards program. Chris, you want to talk about it?
Certainly. So the interesting thing that struck me is way back during the first .com boom, I helped create an industry of referral marketing. So people were creating products, even one known as All Advantage in that day, where people would sign up and be able to earn money by watching advertisements. Now, the biggest problem with this is there were massive amounts of fraud, and it was very difficult to actually get people to do this. Whereas we now have the opportunity to do this via the blockchain, via cryptocurrency instead. This solves so many of the problems that plagued us 20 years ago. And it allows us to take this proven viral engine and put it to the work of getting more people into using cryptocurrencies in general.
Exciting. So how does the revenue model work? Well, the advertisers want to reach an audience. So they send us money and buy our tokens. And so our Spirit token is really a utility token. And then we give some of that to the earners as a reward. And then finally, there's a referral system in place so that the earners are incentivized to sort of spread it virally. And then the advertisers are able to get feedback from the earners about if their ads are effective and to iterate and optimize on their processes. Next slide. So what's the size of the market? We believe that we'll be able to get 1 billion users within 24 months. And I know this sounds ambitious, but Chris has actually seen viral processes that have reached that level of scale. Chris, can you talk about that?
Yeah, so the key here is the viral coefficients. Because what we're giving people is the opportunity to both earn cryptocurrency for their own activity as well as for referring their friends, it actually creates a massive way of FOMO, or fear of missing out. This is exactly how it played out 20 years ago. Back in those days, people tried to spread things and they did it via email. So back then I was in business school and I literally saw classmates of mine emailing their entire class saying, hey, sign up with my referral codes for services like All Advantage. I believe that we're going to see some of the same FOMO work here, but it's going to be magnified because now everyone doesn't just have a few email addresses, they actually have social media channels to reach thousands of people. So I believe that the process of science will actually be accelerated. In the case of All Advantage, they were able to reach 25 million users in approximately 3 months. I believe that we can go even faster.
And so with 1 billion users, well, Binance's market cap is $106 billion. That makes it 3,500 per wallet. And so with 1 billion users, that market value of our token would be $3.5 trillion.
Now, let me emphasize, this is a very ambitious goal. We are not guaranteeing returns at a $3.5 trillion outcome.
Next slide. Next. Move it, keep moving. Okay, we'll just jump to our team. So I'm Greg Winchitz. I got a bachelor's, master's electrical engineering, PhD from Stanford. I'm a successful entrepreneur. I ran a marketplace website for Stanford students that gets 131,000 users a year, 3 million page views a year for the past 15 years. Rohan, you want to stand up, Rohan, and wait? Just want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, I'm Rohan. I'm from London and currently studying at Stanford at the MSCS, and I'm CTO on this. Finally.
And then finally, I'm Chris Ye. As I mentioned before, I'm the co-author of the book Blitzscaling, which I see the founder of Binance cite every 3 days, which I'm always very happy to see. And I'm just very excited about opportunities to use virality and viral marketing to drive growth.
And Chris co-authored Blitzscaling with Reid Hoffman, of course, the founder of LinkedIn. Next slide. So we're raising $10 million as a seed, as a safe. And if you're interested, email us founders@earnspirit.com or go to invest.earnspirit.com. Thank you.
And now open for questions.
You guys can, a couple of questions, right? I mean, if you could, I think Chris, if you can elaborate, like, I mean, how are you going to scale it? I mean, we understand the logic, and I think you're absolutely right with social media and all that. But I think specifically, you actually have a little more detail about how you're going to scale with this logic.
Yeah, so I'll let Rohan handle any information on the technical scaling. Obviously, one of the big issues that any service like this faces is making the actual economic ecosystem work. Basically, what is the economic ecosystem? In this case, we're looking at advertising as the primary ecosystem. So part of it is that the online advertising networks are how you enter the game. But then if you really want to build value, ultimately you want to take advantage of the two-sided network effects of having your own marketplace. So the goal is actually to build up a large enough audience to then build your own self-service advertising system, develop your own advertising network, and that's how you ultimately scale to the largest levels. And then from a technology side,
it's not the case that, as you saw in the video, that every time Spirit increases in your UI, that's actually happening. The way Brave works right now is that you actually get a deposit once a month, so you can actually back the transactions and process them all at once a month. So that's not the case that you have gas fees that are spinning out of control, but at the same time as getting that dopamine hit from the Spirit token increasing in your UI, but we can actually send the money once a month. And once it comes in your first month, you can trust the platform. And we know there's a proof of concept for this because Brave works like this right now, and they've got 30 million monthly active users and 15 million daily active users. So it does work.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the So next one, we'll have equilibrium. It will be an online presentation.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Amazing. Hi, folks. Obviously, DeFi looks pretty boring these days after all NFT and metaverse projects, but we will try to make it a little bit more entertaining. One sec, let me share the screen. Okay, cool. So just a quick lowdown on my background. I'm the CEO and the founder with the Equilibrium team. I'm an engineer in applied mathematics by training, in crypto space since 2016. Today, I'm joined by my colleague Peter, who is more on the technical side in our team. He will highlighting some specific things with regards to our development roadmap. So firstly, let me kick off the presentation of our project. And by the way, we are kind of veterans in the DeFi space because we've been building, like our team has been building DeFi applications since 2017. We've been working together for quite a while. And currently, we are creating the Equilibrium as a super app for DeFi. You can think of it as this way, which is based on the layer 0 blockchain network on Polkadot. Eventually, we'll be connecting multiple chains, talking to each other, moving value across these chains, which is really amazing. So in terms of our functionality that we combine in our so-called super app, it's actually combining the money markets functionality, the functionality of spot market margin trading, and also we're going to build the futures markets as well. So it's kind of a lot of things in our plates. However, it's everything, all this product line is based on the single, very straightforward, streamlined architecture. So we're not like taking additional efforts in terms of development of new features. So far, we have been participating in Substrate Builders Program by PRT. We also are recipients of multiple grants from Web3 Foundation. The core technology is audited by QuantStamp. We are proud to be the member of Polkadot DeFi Alliance. So far, we have raised two investment rounds from quite well-known ecosystem funds, including Tier 1, CMS Holdings, Hypersphere, and many others. So we have partnered with quite a bunch of projects. We are working with Chainlink on the Oracle side, by the way. Heads up to Patrick. We're going to integrate you guys very soon. As soon as you, as soon as you provide like pop pellets on Polkadot, we're up to doing that. We're also teamed up with the Curve team. We're building their kind of implementation of their technology as a real kind of runtime version on Substrate. So we've already done that. And let me actually jump on the actual problem that we solve. So first of all, in the DeFi space, we see the problem of fragmentation for liquidity, because liquidity is actually scattered across multiple protocols and products. The second obvious kind of outcome of that is the kind of lack of cross-chain interoperability. We're solving that by building on layer 0 underlying platform. And there are some other challenges as well, like for example, efficiency of debt liquidation, obviously, because like 75%, I would say, of assets locked in Ethereum subject to auctioning, and we saw quite severe issues which MakerDAO experienced back Thursday, back in the days. And we're actually solving all these challenges, first of all, by simplifying user experience and offering all DeFi use cases like sustained ones in a single interface. Secondly, we're enabling cross-chain interoperability by building things on Polkadot. We're introducing quite a lot of innovations, including bailouts, which opposed to auctions, and actually means that there are no forced actions required in case of liquidation of debt in our system. And we actually have kind of the combination of decentralized exchange or the book base with spot market, as I mentioned, and margin trading functionality, which is highly leveraging the lending capabilities of the system. And altogether, these projects are complementing each other in terms of liquidity flows into our liquidity pools. So actually the solution to everything, as I mentioned, is the comprehensive, like we're considering ourselves as one of the most comprehensive cross-chain all-in-one platforms in the space. We are bringing actually the best practices of mainstream finance into the play. Currently, we have launched the lending functionality, like we have developed everything related to lending functionality already. It's launched on our Canary network, Polginchir, which is quite successful, competing for the parachain slot on Kusama, the Canary network, the system network of Polkadot currently. For now, we have also built our own bridges, and our like Jinchira network is connected to already connected with Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. We are connecting Heco ecosystem very soon, and there are some more integrations coming over pretty soon as well. So let me take you over to Peter, who will be covering some aspects of our product line, because he has more hands-on in terms of technical development.
Yes, thank you very much, Alex. Nice to be here. So basically, as Alex told you, we're pretty much a DeFi multi-tool, and the way we built our system, we basically interconnect all the known DeFi use cases within one platform. So any known protocol you've probably heard of, we're able to do the same thing, but all in one place. So basically, we're a money marketplace where you can lend and borrow. So think Compound or Aave. We're a stablecoin platform where you can borrow stablecoins against your crypto portfolio. So think MakerDAO, and we're also a DEX, which is built on top of our money market engine. So think Synthetics, think DYDX, or all the copies of those protocols, which are pretty much now in every ecosystem chain there are. Not only that, but we also interconnect different chains, as Alex told you, and we've already connected with Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain. We have already made our technical preparements to connect to Heco, and actually are in the midst of testing it extensively currently. And it's going to be awesome because we give a lot of cross-chain use cases to users out of the box, and they can move their liquidity between all of these chains and stay connected, stay liquid, utilize multiple chains, multiple protocols in different chains. And so basically, you can consider Equilibrium as a hub which connects all those chains together and gives users different DeFi use cases. Alex, could you please change the slide? And talking a little bit more about our core product. As you can see on the slide, everything is better with Equilibrium. Pretty much we connect all the standalone chains, as I told you, and we make the cross-chain solution. We also unite all the niche protocols and make one unique and beautiful protocol, which is actually financial based and not some arbitrary based risk logic you observe currently in DeFi. We don't use collateral walls. We work with portfolio margining, and that is one of our killer features. We also use risk-based pricing from traditional finance, which gives users more fair costs compared to setting interest rates manually. We do that programmatically and algorithmically. We also have basically pretty much run a brokerage and insurance business on chain, where users can earn money for providing liquidity to other users and for ensuring their leveraged positions across the board. And we also developed a product currently for liquidity staking, which is an XDAO product, which is really cool for participating in current Polkadot parachains auctions and allows you to unlock your liquidity for 2 years. You lock your dots for, you can pretty much have a derivative token you will be using inside our platform. Yeah. So hopping on briefly the products I've just discussed. Basically, the XDAO, yes, that's a multi-liquidity tool, and it has really unique and novel pricing, and that's one of our features as well. We will gonna be price it in a yield space instead of the price space. And basically this X dot, it's like a yield bearing instrument on your dots locked for 2 years for parachain auctions. Another one is our stable coin. As I already told you, its killer feature is that it can be minted against the portfolio of collateral, and our system manages this portfolio and calculates its risk completely on chain. And it's not like your single collateral vault, but you can use
Excuse me, Peter, we're actually running short on time.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
So the stable coin, yes, then the curve protocol Alex was talking about, and much more. So I'm giving it back to Alex.
Okay, yeah, actually the latest slides were taken from our community presentation, so it's kind of products that we have actually already launched there in production. Just a quick overview of our EQ utility token, which is supposed to be the governance token, the platform currency, the liquidity on the platform. It opens up quite a lot of staking opportunities. So here are some token economy figures in terms of our fundraising rounds that we're going to raise in the future. So currently we are not raising funds, but we'll be opening the rounds at some point at the end of January, maybe February. So if anyone is interested, please get connected with us, and so we'll keep you guys posted. In terms of like our fit into the Heco ecosystem, like we do have quite a lot of features to offer. First of all, we are able to bridge Heco with other networks, introduce the arbitrage on interest rates between different DeFi platforms and different chains. Obviously, there are a lot of cross-chain use cases, and we allow for moving stablecoins across ecosystems, which is really exciting. So if you guys have any questions, happy to take it.
Do you have any questions for the judges? Okay, thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Okay, so the next presentation will be an online presentation as well. And let's welcome Thunderlands.
Hello, everyone. Can you see us?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me try to rejoin because I have to allow my computer to connect to the presentation to share the screen. 1 second now.
Hey guys, we're running a little bit short on time, so this presentation will have 7 minutes. So once you're ready, please start, and then I'll have the timer rolling.
Sorry, can you see us?
Yeah.
Now we should be all right. Presentation. One second. Let me scroll now to the top. Okay. You can see everything good now? Perfect. Good morning, everyone. My name is Nick. I'm a business development manager of Thunderlands. And today we're going to present you our concept of metaverses and also the play to earn game, the core idea of this metaverses play to earn game Thunderlands. I will have Denise with me on the side. He is our CTO. He will help me in technical questions and answers. So let's get started. This slide is very philosophical. Let me warn you straight away. It's our vision how the global metaverse is. And as you can see, we have put our world into layer 1. It's our physical world, and physical multiverse states that there is a high probability of existence of universe. Today we can say for layers project world, it's we think that there is existence of layers.
Sorry, can we mute that noise?
The conception ends up really well. Can you, excuse me, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. Let me continue then. The conception ends up really well with the theory that we live in a world that someone else has created. And then we are moving to layer 2, because layer 2 now we can understand at its finest. It's where we are actually becoming the creators. We are the ones who are creating the metaverses, and as you can see here, we'll put the metaverse of Facebook, Meta, and some of them will be decentralized, some of them will be centralized. You can see also there is a Heco one, and also our metaverse Thunderlands. Let me now explain a bit about the roadmap of creation of this metaverse, Thunderlands, and we are looking at it as a stages. So there will be stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. And the purpose for this, that the stage 1, we are just creating simple mechanics for the people to get introduced into the metaverse. It's plain Turing mechanics, dev infrastructure, multi-chain, decentralized autonomous organization with its own community. And this will basically be the start. And later with technological advances, we'll be able to implement all the services from layer 1, from our world, into metaverse of layer 2, Thunderlands metaverse. And this can be anything. This can be a banking system, this can be gambling, anything. We are looking into this in a few years. Also with the help of IE, we'll be able to fill up this world or the metaverse, which will actually help the player and probably exist in the metaverse, so it can feel vivid. And stage 3 is again a logical continuation of stage 2. It's introduction of AR, VR, MR. This is for full immersion totally, and then already at the stage 3 we can say that we can have any type of activities available inside the metaverse of Thunderlands. But how exactly we are going to introduce the metaverse? And as we realized with the team, the best way to do it is through the game, because the community of gamers is ready for metaverses better than anyone else. They are already used to the economics. They are already used for different worlds and metaverses. And I'm happy to announce Thunderlands. It's a GameFi project in dark fantasy style. The game is built on Unreal Engine 4, so the graphics will be at the top level. And we also thinking that the core idea of the game will be, it'll be an MMO in intersection of RPG and strategy. And also that combining all of this together, the classic gaming experience with the blockchain, we can actually create a play-to-earn concept vivid, and with its own metaverse, or metaverse with its own play-to-earn, and which will develop later into decentralized community with a custom economy. How the game will look like? So the core gameplay of the game will be the following. We think that players should start in a safe area, in a safe zone, that they can get used to the game, get to know all the mechanics, because for some of the people it will be a shock, you know, that they are getting into this metaverse, this whole play-to-earn thing, and it will be a really low barrier of entry. Also, the core gameplay it's built around the following mechanics. And I want to highlight here, especially the crafting mechanic, which will be the main deflationary mechanism for the game. This will be related to the NFT. More on this right now. We cannot also deny that a play-to-earn game, or just in general any NFT-related game, can exist without the NFT marketplace. It plays a very crucial role in the economy. And in case of the Thunderlands, the investors will be able to buy the NFTs. They will be able to stake them. They will be able to get their rewards in our governance and utility tokens, Thunder and Power. And more on this, I will tell you later. And we also think that the player should have a choice where they actually can buy and sell their NFTs. And we are introducing two mechanics. It's the marketplace in-game. So you don't need to leave the metaverse, you don't need to leave the game in order to buy and sell your NFTs. And you will be able to do it with just a few clicks. Also, again, to mention, there will be a crafting mechanism. We are yet developing it, but it will be, again, deflationary for the game itself.
15 more seconds.
Externally, then there will be a TL website and independent marketplaces. And the benefits of such diversification is increasing liquidity, buy and sell at favorable prices, and increase in number of investors.
Time is up.
Can we continue? Sorry.
Time up. Are you?
I have
so time up right now.
Do the closing.
I can run through quickly through the last slides. There is just few slides left. And that's it. It's 2-3 minutes more.
Okay, go for it. Can you be fast?
Yes. So, and we want to announce that we will also working with guilds. We already partnered with CGU. We are now building this as a. We are thinking that we should be building B2B economy. We are developing an API for the guilds. It will facilitate the interaction, and there will be no change of the rules for guilds during the entire life cycle of the game. The tokenomics is here. You can see them. It's power token, as I said to you. Governance token. You will be able to do the clans and guilds inside the game. This is the distribution: 10 million emission and deflationary economy. And then this is our utility token: 10 billion, deflationary for 4 years, inflationary after 4 years with the help of DAO. This is the token that players will be earning during playing and later also buying and selling and interacting within the game. And let me summarize. This is the advantages. It's all in the metaverse. We're thinking that we have a really high quality game and high quality assets. The concept is attractive for investors. We are implementing technology, AR, VR, MR, and IE. We also have a plan for a decade, and we are also collaborating with guilds, building an API for them, and just improving the relations and building trust. And this is the contacts. Thank you very much. Appreciate it for your time. That's it.
Thank you very much, President. And do we have any questions from the judge?
The last one.
Thunderland.
Yeah, we're happy to answer any questions. Where's any?
I'm good.
Well, actually, last question. Tell us a little bit about your team, your backgrounds of the team.
So to repeat, can you tell us a little background of the team?
This is, I think, Denis can tell me. He is our CTO. He knows a bit about the background of the team, just in general, the stuff that works.
We have developers and product managers from big companies. Our core team is working with some big companies like Playrix or other game company, and also we were working with maybe you heard about us, SIMDAC. It's one of the big DeFi protocol for teaching people how to earn money with the DeFi instruments and how to build a bot to work with some exchanges like Binance and others. So we have a strong experience with the blockchain and game mechanics and also product development. So we have a core team that can create the whole world with already experience in it.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So thank you so much for everyone who joining us for the Heco demo day today. Thank you all the online participants and all the in-person participants. So the next Heco demo day will be taking place in Dubai, Singapore, and I hope you guys continue focus on paying attention to us. So later we'll be hosting a networking event just outside at the community, the common area, and we'll have like food and drinks and the name tags of projects, investors, and people who are seeking to break into the blockchain space. And that's all. Thank you so much. Looking forward to connect you with everyone outside.
Well done. Well done. Appreciate it.